What up, y'all? It's your boy. It's my last night in Africa, in Kampala, Uganda. I'm out here with all these damn bugs. These bugs been tearing my motherfucking ass up. But anyways, man, I just want to close out my trip. I got a lot of great footage, man. I got at least about 9 or 10 vlogs that's gonna come out of this trip. But I wanted to kind of go and talk about African chicks want money. I know this is gonna sound kind of crazy because I already told y'all some of my stories already about my dealings since I've been out here. And I know most chicks worldwide want money. I mean, black American chicks want money, white chicks want money, all bitches want money, right? That's just the thing. But when you come to Africa, though, I'm gonna put you up on some game, right? How you gonna deal with these chicks? Because the way they try to get money from you is a lot different than an American chick. Now, what do I mean when I say this? American women, um, in general, American women are very sophisticated by the way they go about a man's resources. Okay? When you live in the Western world, and I would even include the second world, which is, post-communist countries, Russia, Czech Republic, Poland, Romania, those places, and outside of Russia, any place in the European Union. What's going to happen is a lot of those chicks have basic necessities that they really don't need from you. All right. And what am I talking about? Well, say get in the light. Nigga, just listen to the goddamn shit. Stop worrying about what the fuck I look like. You see my black ass enough. I'm gonna start booting you niggas out of here asking, talking about get in the light. Nigga, you shut the fuck up and listen to the goddamn shit. I'm tired of you niggas. Now, what I was saying. Okay, cool. Now, in America, in the second world, Australia, these chicks, they don't need you for healthcare. All right? Meaning, like, if you're in Poland, the chick don't need you to take her to the hospital because healthcare is already universal. You know what I'm saying? A chick is not going to ask you, hey, I need you to give me some money for tuition because tuition is free in Poland. Tuition is free in damn near every country in the motherfucking European Union. All right? So chicks are not going to hustle you like that. Ain't no American chick going to hit you up for tuition because financial aid covers that shit. You take loans, okay? Most chicks in the first or second world, they're gonna hit you up for time. They're gonna hit you up for going to the, maybe going to the movies. And most American chicks are more looking for attention. Instagram, Facebook, DM, Snapchat followers and shit like that. Most chicks is wanting for attention because really they don't really need your money like that. Now, here's the thing. They will ask for your money if you basically simp up and say, all right, I'm gonna bring you some food to your job, or I'll take you to see a certain movie, or I'll pay for your cell phone bill. I mean, of course a bitch will take it, but really a chick don't need you to pay her phone bill in America. A chick really don't even need you to go to the movies. Matter of fact, these chicks have more money than you most time in America. Especially if she's attractive, she got way more money than you. Most chicks, like Alan Roger Curry says in America, they just time wasters. You know what I'm saying? They'll use you for what they can do, and it's not always about money. All right? That's what most chicks are, a waste of time. They take away your time more than do your money. When you come into places like the Dominican Republic, and I have never been there, maybe places like Brazil, but I would assume that a place like Brazil is going to be very similar to a place like Africa. Out here, and I did an interview with my boy Dino. Shout out to him. You can work 48 hours a week out here, 6 days a week, and you can make only $100 a month. You know what I'm saying? You can do $100 a month. Like, what am I saying? That means $100 a month in Africa, you can't get your own place. You can barely even afford to eat. I mean, you can really get, that there's no laws regulating overtime and shit like that out here, right? So a female out here is not necessarily looking for your approval. She's not necessarily looking for your approval on Instagram, because most of them can't even afford to be on Instagram like that, because it costs a lot of, cell phone data costs a lot of money out here, right? What chicks are going to hit you for up here is money straight up. Okay? Now, what am I meaning? Well, let's say, for example, one of the schemes that they'll hit you with is, man, I need tuition money. I mean, that's feasible because, unlike Poland where tuition is free, tuition costs money out here, right? Now, what do I mean? Now, if you go into Makerere University, that's 2 million shillings a semester. Well, if you're making 300,000 shillings a month, there's no way you can afford school. So to you thinking like, okay, I'm talking to this chick, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I can help the bitch out on some education money, right? Bitch, I hit you, I'm running out of data. Yeah, shout out to my man Andrew2611. That's my bro right there, man. We gonna link up when I get back, man. We gonna take some shit over. That's my man right there. Okay? Me and him we got some shit planned, man. We gonna take the internet over. So the educational scam is gonna be hitting you. Okay? Then the broad is gonna hit you on some shit, like for example, my mama got arrested. This is the kind of thing these hoes tell you, okay? Now, what's going to happen is you're like, damn, bitch, how your mom get arrested? And it's always going to be an amount. If you're dealing with an African chick, the amount will always be no less than $50. A bitch will never ask for something like $5. She'll never ask for something like $10. When it comes to amount of money, they're going to ask you for $50. And they will never just come out and say, look, man, I'm broke as fuck. I just need some money to get by. I would have a lot more respect for the bitches if they just said that, right? But what they're going to say is always going to have a fucking story that don't make no sense. My mom got arrested. I need to get her a lawyer. Somebody grabbed my ass in the club. I got put in jail. It's always going to be something like, my project is late. I need some money. Now, let me give you an example of what I mean. It's always it's always a sob story. So, for example, like I had a little tour guide out here. One was male, one was female, right? Now, I compensated the female tour guide and the male tour guide way beyond what they would normally make. Because many of y'all know, I came out to Africa. I could have went to Brazil, but I wanted to come to Africa. I've been talking about Africa. You guys know I'm an African politician junkie, especially when it comes to post-colonialism and the British colonies. If you go on my old channel, I have at least 30 or 40 videos talking about post-colonial Ghana, post-colonial Liberia, post-colonial Nigeria. I'm a junkie when it comes to that. I love that history, so I wanted to actually come. And Uganda was one of the places I talked about. Milton Obote, Idi Amin. I wanted to give my money to the continent if I can. You know what I'm saying? So I know how hard it is to make money. So for example, the female tour guide who actually took me some places for like 3 or 4 days, and with the male tour guide, she spent more time with me. So I probably compensated her about 500,000 shillings. All right, 500,000 shillings was maybe about around $150. Shout out to my man Jagadero. Now this was a good investment for me because the places that she took me, and also the driver was safe. I got very good footage for the vlog. I met a lot of people. There was no way I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. But even after giving this motherfucker 500,000 shillings, this motherfucker hit me up today talking about, oh, I'm stranded. I need 200,000 shillings to complete my last research project. I'm like, bitch, wait a minute. I just gave you 500,000. You just told me that you can't get a job that pays 500,000 a month. You got that 500,000 in 3 days. And you mean to tell me that, and then here's the thing. Once you tell these bitches that you can't give them the money, they block you. This is what, and I'm telling you, this is what happens, man. This is what happens. Soon as you tell them, like, listen, I don't have it, I'm not gonna send the money to you, they'll block you. They'll delete you. All right? So that's something that you gotta understand, man. When you come over to a place like this, even the stores, man. I went to this one mall, for example. Many of you guys know I vlog with my GoPro. I vlog with my Panasonic Lumix G7X back in Poland. I bought a 128 megabyte memory card, SanDisk, for roughly about $62. Okay, these hoes were so thirsty that was working in the store. Do you know that I was in the mall? I waved at him. Do you know this bitch came out of the store and said, "Hey, you haven't came in the store today. We have a JBL speaker for sale. You should come buy it." Like, what? Imagine you going into Best Buy. You buy a laptop, right? And then you walk by Best Buy. The person in Best Buy walks out to you and tells you to come in and buy some more shit. The thirst for money here is so fucking real, fam. Like, everybody shouts my name, man, TJ. Everybody looks at you. If they know that you have money, everybody zeroes in on you, dog. I mean, even the little restaurant that I've been going to, all in this female, they don't mind. Here's the thing about African chicks, man. You could bring a girl to a restaurant. They don't even care if you bring a girl. They will still slide you the number. They will do almost anything for some paper, bro. It's cutthroat. They don't care, if you got a girl or not, man. I'm just being honest. But I'm telling you, if you niggas come to Africa, I'm gonna put this game out to you right now. If you want to talk to a chick before you get here to show you around, okay, she's going to ask you for money. She's going to ask you for money. I'm just tell you straight out. Now, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this: you can do how you want to do. I know Minister Jab probably would be against something like this, but if the bitch show you that she's real, if you want to send the bitch like $10 or something like that, just because like if you're doing business in a place like this, you're gonna need somebody to show you around. You know what I'm saying? And it's much easier to get around here by trying to get around yourself. So if a female can show you around, she look decent. And I'm gonna tell you like this: if she's a decent looking bitch and you go to the club, you will get more bitches. All right, you might can send the bitch $10, $15 before you get there. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then you could whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, when you go to the club with a decent looking chick, you will get more chicks. That's how they work out here. This is how it works everywhere. Now, but when you get here though, and if you're an American, I don't care if you met her on Tinder, if you met her any place, the conversation is gonna come up. I need some money. Something happened to me. There's gonna be some sob story, and because it's Africa, you're gonna think like, okay, that shit's likely to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm just gonna tell you guys that all women want stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, in the Western world, women are more about wasting your time. They ain't really so concerned about wasting your money because, I mean, most of y'all, you might be $50,000 a year, you might be $60,000, $70,000 a year. I mean, most chicks, if they're fine, they don't need your money. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Most chicks can get money from probably a better looking dude than you, or several dudes, or a dude that ain't gonna want no pussy, and dudes will still give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Most women in the Western world are about wasting your time because they don't need your money like that. Now, they'll take it if you keep simping and trying to go for it. But out here, these bitches ain't got time to be sitting here, conversating with you like that. They don't have time to be sitting here trying to get to know you like that for the most part. It's not going to be like that. Them bitches is all of a sudden, like, they're going to hit you, MoneyGrams. Here they got it where you can even send money by phone. So if you have MTN or AfriCell or something like that, you can actually send a bitch like $100 through a text message, and she can just go pick it up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then, yo, somebody get this gay dude out my shit, man. I want to spray my cum all over. Wake the hell up, man. If you in here, man, can you get him out of here? That's some gay shit. So I'm just telling you right now, like if you really want to, deal with African women in a place like this, you probably want to deal with, middle class African women. You're gonna want to deal with women who have money already, which is gonna be hard to do. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard to deal with a chick who's already well traveled. You might want to deal with a chick who's because I didn't tell you the other day, man. And Ashley K, is she real? Let me tell you what happened the other day. I'm with the tour guide, right? And we having dinner. I took both of them to dinner, my driver and the chick. But there was some other chick, African chick, Ugandan chick. Nobody invited her. She came, sat down at my hold on, you losing your American accent. Dude, you okay, let me get back to the thing. She came and sat at our table, right? Ordered some food. Okay? And when it came to pay the bill, the bitch looked around like she didn't want to pay it. What up, Carlos? Shout out to my man Carlos right there. Daniel Hernandez. What's up, man? Full circle. She just sat down and ordered like 40,000 shillings worth of food and didn't want to pay the shit. Because that's how these bitches think. I'm telling you, man, like you guys, I mean, you will pull numbers out here easily. You know what I'm saying? You'll get numbers out here easy, fam. Like, you'll get, I mean, don't get me wrong. Some chicks have a different lifestyle than others. You're going to have your nickel and dimer chicks. Some chicks that get, ask you for, $5 maybe, $10. Because some chicks ain't going, to some chicks to ask somebody for 50,000 shillings or 100,000 shillings, they can't even fathom that because they don't know anybody who had that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So if you get one of these little, young chicks out here that's hella thick and she don't really know her worth, if you giving her 10,000 shillings or 20,000 shillings, you know what I'm saying, that's good for her, which is like $5 or $10. You can get a chick like that. I'm pretty sure. You can get a chick that a nickel and dime you for $5 or $10. You know what I'm saying? You ain't now one of these chicks is like 30, 35. That's fine. She gonna be hitting you for the hundreds, 200 to 300s. You know what I'm saying? Especially like maybe a chick from middle class family. If she she likes big money, but the poor chicks, they're gonna hit you for the less amount of money probably. But you just gotta understand, if you want to just keep it real, tell the bitch, listen, I don't mind you asking me for money, but this is the limit that I will give you. If you like her, and because if the pussy is good and you want to keep the bitch around or something, like, look, I'll give you $10 every 2 weeks. I'll give you $20 every 2 weeks, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, don't ask me for this amount. I'll give you this, and that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because what these bitches will do is, don't matter how much money you give them, they're gonna always come with another fucking sad story. They're gonna come with another sad ass story. You can give the bitch hella money. You can pay for the bitch food, drinks, and all that shit. Pay for the bitch, Uber, Bodas, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it never stops. You know what I'm saying? It's because they spend money quick. That's the thing, man. Let me put that on you, man. Like, and shout out to my man Andrew 26101. Here's the problem, man. A lot of these chicks out here, they don't manage money very well. And one of the reasons why they keep asking for money is because they spend money a whole fucking lot. I'm going to say it again. They spend money a lot. A lot of these chicks are party girls. You know what I'm saying? So if you give these bitches, 100,000 shillings, they'll go right to the mall or to one of these little boo-boo ass knockoff outlets, and they'll go spend that money right away. In the money they need for food or transport. Like, one of the chicks told me, man, her dad gave her 1 million shillings for food, and she went to the mall and spent 970,000 of it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what happens, man. You can give these bitches, a good amount of money, and it'll be gone because they don't know how to manage it. You know, and even if they're in a poor country, they will find a way to spend it. So they'll always be at you. They'll always need more. They'll always need more. They'll always need more. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta pick your poison, man. When you coming over to here, if you're gonna trick, you know what I'm saying, or if you're gonna, give a bitch some money or something like that, tell them bitches exactly how it's gonna be. You know? Be like, look, this is how much I'm willing to do at this amount of time. Don't ask me for shit else. Either you can rock with it or you not. Because if you don't put that limit on there, oh shit. Stop the show. Master teacher BGS Ibmore is here. And he must have been inspired by my classic video. My classic video. Walked in the club, instantly started tricking. See, he ain't gonna tell y'all that's his favorite video on YouTube. He done watched that about 10,000 times. Okay. If y'all haven't seen it on my main channel, that is my best video I've ever done in my life. Walked in the club, instantly started trick. Now, let me thank you, Yarly. So I'm gonna just tell you, man, that's how African chicks work. Now, I will tell you that like if you lived here, just like I live in Poland, shit like that. If you live in Poland, if you live in Uganda, I mean, obviously, let me also say this. You will get a better bang for your buck if you lived here. All right? Now, when you're a dude that's coming out of the country into this country, they're going to hit you for more excuses. And the reason why is because you're only here for a certain amount of time. Now, I got to throw that out there. All right? If you come out here, you tell a bitch you here until Tuesday. Now, Mr. Fab. Anybody heard of Mr. Fab? Press 1 if you heard of Mr. Fab from Oakland. He's a rapper. Anybody know who Mr. Fab is? Press 1. And I'm going to explain what I mean. But okay, so if you know from Mr. Fab, okay, Mr. Fab had a song said, Game Changer, all of them like that. So Mr. Fab had a song said, I'm only in town for a night, right? Now, that was a song with Too Short. It was a good song, man. The Bay Area, we love that song in Sacramento, Northern California. Here's the thing, man. When you tell an African chick that, I'm only in town for a night, I'm only in town for a week, they're going to start panicking. You know what I'm saying? They're going to start panicking. And the whole idea, because, I mean, to be honest with you, dude, if you're out here, right, and you living out here for a year, those chicks are not going to hit you up for as much money because you live here. You know what I'm saying? That means they probably could be, they're gonna look at things more long term. You know what I'm saying? Can I get him to give me a green card? Can I get him to marry me? Or can I get him to marry me here? You know, can I move into his place? You know what I'm saying? That's what chicks are thinking about. In America, when you tell a chick you're only in town for a night, that's like, damn, well, I gotta fuck him right now, or I never will. That's how American chicks think. But the way that African chicks think is he's only gonna be here for 1 week. I gotta get everything I can get out of him right now because I will never see him again. You know what I'm saying? That's how these chicks think. I'm never gonna see him again. So therefore, because they think they will never see you again, they're going to try to jack it up. They're gonna try to hit you with everything while they can. Because they figure like you're never coming back. This is what happens, man, many times. Like a lot of these dudes, man, for example, a lot of these dudes from like different places, like maybe like Nigeria, maybe Kenya, they come out to Uganda and they fuck these chicks and go back home, never come back. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of chicks have had that kind of game ran on them. You know what I'm saying? They dudes come over here, hit them up, hit them doggy real fast, bounce, never come back. So they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get smart to that shit. I'm gonna hit these niggas up, you know what I'm saying, as much as I can. Now the white dudes, they think that they're gonna come back. You know what I mean? But in the back of their mind, they're thinking about black dudes. Like, well, he might be a black American, but I know how niggas are in general. He's not trustworthy, so they're gonna try to hit you up all the time. Now, here's the thing: if you are a dude that wants to come back to Africa, you want to set up shop out here, you're not gonna be getting that, you know, that instant tricking kind of, I need $500 all the time. They're only gonna be that much if you only short stints. So this is what I would do, man. If you come out here, and typically I don't like lying to bitches, but this is what I will tell you. Tell these chicks that you only going to be, tell these chicks that you staying here for a long time. I know that's wrong, right? They ask you, how long are you going to be here? Tell them you're going to be here for a while. Don't tell them when you're leaving. Because the moment you tell them that you're leaving is when they're going to start trying to up the price up. So if you really want to get them as, in the mode where they feel comfortable, tell them you're going to be here for a while. And if you have to go and you have to leave when you're supposed to leave, just say, look, emergency happened, I had to go. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you should tell them, man. Don't ever tell them when you leave. You know what I'm saying? I found that out the hard way. Never tell them, like, you thinking that you putting the pressure on her. Oh, I got here Friday, I'm leaving on Sunday. You think that's going to make her want to know. That's going to make her want to get the most out of your ass while you there. All right? He said, don't show them the food in your fridge. Let me tell you this, man. Another thing. As far as putting bitches out your house when you come out here, there's some real game I'm going to give you niggas, man. Never bring a broad to your house. All right? And you fuck the bitch and you fall asleep and the bitch is up in your house. All right? That's how you operate. Never get if you're going to bring bitches to your house, never get a 1-bedroom. I got a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Okay? Before anybody comes over here, and I'm not saying nobody was coming over here, but in case my wallet is hid, my passport is hid, there's no possible way before you never want to come bring a bitch over to your place and you and her enter your place at the same time. Don't never be like, okay, I'm coming to the Airbnb, meet me there. No, nigga. You go to your Airbnb first. You check all your shit in, hide all of your shit. Hide your cash, hide your credit cards. Nigga, what I would do if I was you, I would buy some Frosted Flakes, some Cheerios, buy hella cereal, put all your shit in the cereal box and put it in the cabinet. That bitch will never find it. You know what I'm saying? Hide your shit behind a trash can in the kitchen or something. Something like that. Then if you want to bring this bitch into your spot, do it. Now, if you fuck this bitch, always get a 2-bedroom. Never get 1-bedroom. I'm going to tell you why you never get 1-bedroom. If you get 1-bedroom, then that means it's a good chance she can find out where your shit is. Because while you sleep, you know what I'm saying? She can find out where your shit is. But if you get a 2 to 3-bedroom, typically those doors have locks. Okay? So this is what you do. You fuck the dog shit out of her, right? Fuck the dog shit out of her. She falls asleep. Okay? You sleep in a different bed than her. Never sleep in the bed with the bitch that you just fucked, that you don't know. Make her sleep in a different bed. Or she falls asleep, you get up and go sleep in another bed. And if your door has locks, lock your door. That way, if this bitch tries to come in and steal your shit, she got to kick your fucking door in. You never go to sleep with a hoe that you don't know in your shit. Because what these bitches will do, they'll fuck the shit out you, suck the shit out your dick, and then they'll go through and take all your shit. Take your passport, take your credit card. Now you stuck in the country. You know what I'm saying? Hide your U.S. cash. Convert your money at the Forex before you see her. Convert your money before you see this bitch. You feel me? Convert your money before you see her. I'm just telling y'all niggas the game. And when you leave, she leave. Don't ever leave a bitch in your house. When you leave, she leave. And never let her come over until you got all your shit set up. Cause some of you niggas, man, maybe she don't get you for your passport. All right? Maybe she don't get you for your visa, but she might get you for your GoPro. She might get you for your camera. You know what I'm saying? See, chicks, man, they look at your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to my man Daniel Siemens. You know, because what she'll do, man, chicks, they peep game. And like I tell you niggas like this, man, some of y'all who have like, you know, expensive devices like iPads, you know, MacBook Pros, don't take that shit with you when you go to, you know, a third world country, fam. You know what I'm saying? All my recording equipment. Now, like, some of y'all, if you remember, when I was in Budapest, I was recording videos. Well, Budapest is a safe country, and I was with my girl there too. You know what I'm saying? But I would take my laptop with me to Budapest. I'm not gonna take my laptop with me to Uganda. My MacBook Pro is worth $2,300. I didn't take my iPad to Uganda, right? I mean, because there be places that you can be walking down the street here in Gaza land or Pioneer Mall. Dude, there is nothing as busy as Pioneer Mall. I've been downtown LA in the garment district, and I thought the garment district was busy. In Africa, in Kampala, Uganda, this is the garment district on steroids. It's like a matrix. People are moving 1,000,000 miles a minute, and people can take something from you and be gone. There's no way you would know who did it. You know what I'm saying? You don't take your phone out, or you just don't do none of that shit. And the streets are congested. The streets are small. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to take your iPad. You don't take your, you know, expensive belongings, stuff like that. Oh, my man, Carlos Jean with the 1914 donation. What's up, family? That's my boy right there. That boy got a lot of money, man. He be doing something. So I'm just giving y'all niggas this game, man. Overseas, you know what I'm saying? If you can go with a boy, like I said, man, kick hoes out. And like my man Marcus Brownlee, Brown say, if you're gonna screw a chick, don't let him spend the night. Kick him out. Kick him out. You niggas gotta understand, man. You don't just pay bitches for the pussy. You pay for them to leave. You know what I'm saying? Kick them out. Let them know, like, look, man, I don't feel comfortable. You know, I want you to come back the next night, the next day, but you can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, pay for the pussy, have them leave. You know what I mean? Especially if you have valuables and shit, have them leave, and always get a 2 to 3 bedroom. The bigger you can get a place, the better, because it's more. Stop. I'm gonna tell you guys this. I'm gonna leave, man, because I'm gonna go here. A lot of you guys, when you go to overseas, you're looking for the best budget for a place. Okay? And the reason why you're looking for the best budget of a place, because you're like, man, well, I'm a man, I don't need much. The bigger the place that you get, and I'm going to, actually, is the better. If you can get a 2 or 3 bedroom, it's good. The bigger the place is for you, the more places you can hide shit. Okay? And preferably, doors have locks. Never sleep, like I said, never sleep in the same bed with a bitch you don't know. And make sure that you lock and now here's also another thing too you gotta do. My place in Uganda, the doors are locked in Poland, right? Here's the last tip I'm gonna tell you. When you lock the house from the inside, you keep the keys. That means that there is no way in hell that bitch can get out. Okay? So if she try to steal something, you have to actually open the door. So what I mean, like in America, most doors you can just unlock without the key. In Poland and in third world countries, You know, it's so dangerous that I mean, in Poland, once I lock the door from the inside, can't nobody get out the house unless you unlock the door. Meaning that if this bitch is gonna stay in your house, lock her in there with you and you keep the key. That means she can't get out unless she jumps out the fucking window or unless you unlock the key. All right? So you sleep with the key in your room. Lock this bitch, lock the door. If your door has a lock, lock the door so the bitch can't come in your room. Yeah, 2 more works, she needs to leave. But even if she leaves, still, all it is, because you know shit happens sometimes, fam. Sometimes, you know, because you also don't want to get, if she can't leave, you know, and you kick her out, you in a third world country, bitch might say, oh, he tried to rape me or something. You know, sometimes, you know, you might be in a situation where, you know, you might have to have the bitch stay there. I'm just giving you the options of what you need to do. The last thing you want is some foreign bitch saying you raped her. As an American, because then you're about to get extorted by the police. Y'all gotta also think about that too. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always think about different things in different situations. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyways, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Get the likes up on the video. You're going back to Europe tomorrow. Shout out to the master teacher BGS Ibmore. I enjoyed myself in Africa, man. It was a wonderful trip. You know, being back home on the continent, I finally got to experience Africa for myself. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to experience Africa for I guarantee you, when you come here, you're gonna see some people who look just like somebody back home, man. When you come to Africa, you're gonna see a lot of people who look like somebody you know, both male and female. You're gonna see somebody who remind you of your granddaddy, your grandma, cousin. What up, Elder of Truth, 1948. So a lot of people talk about Africa, never had a chance to go, never have a chance to actually come here, but I was actually, you know, grateful to do it and to share my experiences with, you know, a lot of people that helped me come here, the fans. So, you know, it's a great experience, man. It's a great experience. I tell anybody that's really concerned about the plight of black people worldwide to come to Africa. I know there's a lot of places out there, you know, Brazil, Dominican Republic, London, you know, but I'm going to tell you like this, man. It's hard for people to say that you really, you know, concerned about black people, you're caring about black people, and, you know, you stay spending your money out, you know, you want to go to France, you want to go to Brazil every year all the time, you want to go to Cuba. I know these places have black people in it, but at the end of the day, you know, bring your money and your tourism and all your vacation. You want to do that? Bring it here. You know what I'm saying? It's good to support your own kind of people. You know, I know that Africans have their own different languages. They have their dialects, but you know, all people in Africa have migrated. You know, you have like the Zulus, for example, have been said to come from the Congo region of Africa, and they just migrated down to South Africa. You know, many people in Africa have been just migrating all throughout the histories. You know, there's no tribe that has just stayed in one place and produced in that one place. You know, the Nigerians were someplace before that, and the South Africans are these tribes. There were many, you know, we've all have intermixed as we have rambled throughout Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, the Europeans came from Egypt. So no one, you know, one person that's settled there, you know, our genetic DNA is throughout all this place. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, bring your money here, man. Come here. You know, don't be like, you know, some of these pro-black motherfuckers and scams and hotep niggas talking about Africa and never come out here and shit like that. You know, come out here, man. Learn about the history. You know, learn about what it has to offer. You know what I'm saying? Come see things for yourself, the good, bad, and the ugly. Make your own judgment on it. You know what I mean? You guys take your money to Canada. You take your money over to other different places. You know, black people, man. And I wouldn't say that I'm a Pan-Africanism, a Pan-Africanist. I know, um, search for Uhuru is and who BJ's Ilmore is. But I can kind of say that I'm getting close to being like that. Getting close. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider myself one now. But what I would say that is, you know, black people have to really support each other. Really do. You know what I mean? You can't really say you care about black people if you're not willing to, you know, support black businesses. You're not willing to go to countries that have black people on the currency. You know, African countries, for the most part, Liberia, you know, Nigeria, the Naira, they have people, black people who look like me and you as the currency. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. dollar is not gonna put you on the currency. You know, so just the fact that you can go and show up to a country and a black man is on it is a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing also. So, you know, we all in this together, man. So help your brothers build worldwide. You know, help your brothers build in the United States. You know what I mean? If you know, a lot of Asians are here, a lot of whites are here, um, and many of these people are seeing Africa that you don't want to see. You know what I mean? I think a lot of Black Americans could put their, I mean, a lot Black Americans could really have a hold on Africa if they were smart about it, man. I mean, the skill sets that many Black Americans have. I mean, if Black Americans would just, you know, pick one country and just invest in that country, man, that country could turn overnight. You know, it could really be something, you know, great overnight. You know what I mean? In 1 year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, without, you know, corruption. So, you know, that's the thing, man. I don't want to preach to you guys. He's a holler when you see Shaft. But come through, man. Come through, man. You know, come through, enjoy the chicks, man. It's a lot of beautiful chicks out here, fam. I mean, I'm gonna have to tell you, dude. It's a lot of fat asses out here. It's so many fat asses out here that nobody's even shocked when a fat ass walks by. Like, if you like in New York or in LA, when a fat ass walks by, everybody stops like niggas trying to holler. Out here, dude, fat ass is a dime a dozen, bro. And nobody's tripping. Nobody's tripping, bro. There's some fine ass bitches out here. I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. The fattest, BJ, the fattest. The best I've seen. Internet connection sucks like crazy. But you know, I'm just telling you, man. So anyway, shout out to everybody. I'll be back. You know, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll try to do stream tomorrow, man. Shout outs to the Black Manosphere, NegroManosphere.com. Nah, don't go to Kenya during the elections, man. Polish with asses, never heard of it. Pan-Africanism is a concept perpetuated by the diaspora. Well, I mean, here's the thing, man. Before I leave, the diaspora is responsible for shaping the minds of the native Africans. And let me tell you what I mean. I recorded this. A lot of the native Africans, especially in Orthodox Catholicism, I was at the Uganda Martyrs Museum. There was a photo of a Jesus Christ being surrounded by African angels. And the Jesus that was there was white. And this was painted in 1986, so it's not too long ago. You know what I mean? This is way after Uganda declared its, because the Uganda became its own country in 1962. Uganda, which was, you know, coming from the Buganda kingdom. So in 1986, an artist drew a picture in a Catholic church of a white Jesus amongst all black angels. Now, this is what the native Africans see themselves as. They see themselves as lesser to white Jesus. Now, the diaspora, the black diaspora, the Pan-Africanism The Pan-Africanists, they are responsible, and I got to give them credit for trying to bring the equality to the Africans to show them that you are just as important as a white person. In fact, if you have any Christians who are Pan-Africanists, we will never depict Jesus being white. In fact, I believe maybe African Americans or Black Americans were some of the first people to ever depict Jesus being black. Because any people who have any sort of pride in themselves are going to see the God that they worship as themselves. You know, if you feel that you're the first human being, if you feel that you were here first, why would you depict Jesus being white? And that's the thing. A lot of Africans do not look at themselves with the pride that many of the diaspora people do. They just don't. You know, the people from the diaspora look at black as a collectiveness, as we are on the same level of whites, if not greater. And that is how the diaspora shapes black thought. You know, the Pan-Africanism diaspora shapes it by the evolution of the black mind. We look back to African roots to find great conquests and successes in wars, successes in merchandise that we've done in the past, how we have established order, all of these things that Pan-Africanism's Pan-Africanists go back and look at how we run societies back then. You know, and we can go back and look at our history and say, well, the things that we were doing, we're doing before the Romans were doing it. You know what I mean? So we are not apes. You know, we are not people who are unintelligent. We are not people who cannot, run societies. We can run governments. We can run militaries like anybody else can do it. And that's how Pan-Africanism, or how the Pan-Africanist rather, sees himself. The everyday African who's a Christian doesn't see himself as a diaspora sees itself. There's a big difference between how I think a Black American sees himself as a black person and how an African probably sees himself as a black person. I think there's a big difference. Now, although I think black people are also very self-defeated, yes, but there's nothing on the level that I see here. So, the diaspora is important in shaping the intellectual capacities, the intellectual identity of the African. Because a lot of people are not enlightened. You know what I mean? I'm a Christian too, but I would never put up a white Christian on my wall. I'm a white Jesus on my wall. I would never do it. I would never do it. And you see more black Christians wanting to see wanting to see Jesus as themselves. Because how can I worship somebody who doesn't look like me? How can I even fathom that there's a God who created somebody like me, but it doesn't remind me of myself? I mean, that's just what I'm saying, man. So that's no graven image. I agree with that, but this is what other people have done. If there's no graven image, let there be no image at all.